Hello again. Welcome to BAB Walk. We're here at the Tang Gallery, River City. Hello, Diu. How are you?
Hi, good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. So, Diu and I will be taking you to see the works by the famous Chinese artist Ai Weiwei, who is part of the Bangkok Art Biennale. So, please come with us. So, last time we were at the Bangkok Art and Culture Center where we were on the 9th floor and we experienced the amazing works by Ai Weiwei, Law to the Journey. Do you recall that? What do you call the experience?
I think it's quite hard to forget the sheer size and how epic it was. So it's cool to be here with you to see something that's a little bit more contained.
I think the idea was that we planned this Tang Gallery where we're going to have the both the large-scale works at BACC, but here it's more like gallery setup. So in this way we have a sort of dialogue between the two spaces.
So can you tell me a little bit more? I see that this is they're animals.
Yeah. So the show is called Year of the Rat. Which is very appropriate and well chosen, and I think it also relates to our theme Escape Routes, where Ai Weiwei, I think, expanded the idea of the Year of the Rat, how significant it is, and the impact in a lot of it is like the trauma not only in terms of politics, society, but especially the pandemic.
Right.
Which has hit us all, and I think it's a good design whereby he's talking about the way he's presenting the subjects in various medium that you see here. And in this case, he uses a lot, in this gallery anyway, uses a lot of Lego blocks and marbles.
I can see, with the Lego, it's super intricate. Obviously to make a painting of Lego.
Yes.
How is he able to produce this so?
Well, I would say that it's like mosaic-like form.
Right.
Whether it be mosaic you see in the times of the Roman era, or even the techniques of pointillism of the Impressionists, whereby the focus of the sight and the way the colors are mixed. So in this way, by using Lego, it's similar kinds of illusion, whereby depending how you see the details or how you step back and see the image, and cleverly, I think he uses what we are accustomed as toys.
Right. So colorful in here compared to where we were at the BACC, because when you look around, all the animals are quite animated.
Yes, and I think intentionally he chose that contrast.
I see.
At the BACC is very much stark, black and white, newspaper-like, and here he wants the contrast of the brightly lit room, bright colors, which I think work very well. And the rapport of the two spaces, I think, have a good dialogue. And as you walk around, you will see that the zodiac signs, the animals of the 12 animals, they use it in the calendar in China, but also in other places. Here in Thailand, also very much we relate to the meanings of the lunar signs, the animals, the zodiac signs, and how it affects us. What are you? What's your zodiac?
I'm a rooster.
A rooster.
And
okay.
You, what about you?
A monkey.
So you're just before.
Oh,
the
okay.
monkey's right there.
Okay. And rooster?
Rooster's right next to monkey.
Oh,
right?
okay.
I think he puts it in order because if this is rat, there's the ox.
Yeah. It goes like this.
I like the depictions. They're quite playful. The monkey looks quite cheeky.
Yes, but again, it goes back to the very simple presentation that kids are very familiar with Legos, with toys and the way using of the hands, and the bright colors. I think is playful, but I think the message is related to ancient meanings of these animal sculptures were placed centuries ago in China, and these sculptures have a lot of meanings to the Chinese people. And Ai Weiwei himself actually reproduced large-scale heads of these animals.
But with Lego, I feel like if my children saw this, they would be like, "Wow, this is really cool. Can we take it apart?"
Take it apart. Yeah.
Because as you said, the building blocks are kind of put together. If they can be put there, they can.
Yes. So this is not an animal, but still the technique is Lego. Mm-hmm. What's your impression of this?
It feels quite dynamic, like there's movement in there, and it's beautiful. What is it?
But the first impression is, like you said, stark, some movements.
Yeah. Minimal, abstract, or you can see either like kind of drips. Yeah.
But in fact, they're Lego pieces. The first impression is that, and then you become inquisitive of what's the underlying message, what is the meaning.
Yeah.
And then when you realize that what is taken, the original image is from the billboard, the portrait of Mao Zedong at the Tiananmen Square. Three dissidents, Chinese dissidents, threw paint at the portrait of Mao Zedong, and it became quite scandalous and quite a big deal, where these three were arrested and imprisoned. So by taking that image and sort of tone it down in such a way that it's become abstracted. But when you realize that where the original image came from, you can still feel this violence.
Yeah, that it's not about aesthetics at all when you realize the story.
Yeah,
right? It's like a statement.
Yeah, but then you get both.
Yeah.
You feel the aesthetic first impression, and then you see the subject.
Yeah.
And this piece relate to other events all over the world. The political message, the symbol of resistance, disobedience, and by having it here during this time, it also relate to what's going on in Thailand.
Sure.
Okay, we'll go and see the next pieces. Okay. Well, for this one. Wow. We confront blue, which is like the background, and then the very linear, sinuous black lines going up and down, again very abstract.
Right.
What do you think of the message?
I think it's beautiful. All of that space, that kind of emptiness, and then I see the squiggles. I'm like, wow, what's going on there? That feels very confused. So what is it?
But then when you find out that it's the roots of the refugee boats, moving up and down and across, trying to get to the exit, to freedom. This is something of, again, a reflection on the diaspora and the refugee crisis that is ongoing.
Is this one specific boat that's making this route?
Yeah, moving.
Wow.
Yeah.
So does this refer to an actual event?
Yes. The recent event, and also the actual event that it just happened, but then other events related to this kind of attempt to escape.
It shows, because there's so much emptiness, it also makes me think of there's bravery in that desperate.
Yes. But so clever in the way he presents it. Again with Lego, it's a way that we see it aesthetically,
It's
and
very
then we
beautiful.
find out what's the subject behind it. And then here we have other images in this room. The sculptures are perhaps quite easy to recognize.
It's a helmet.
The helmet of people who work on building sites or people who work during some earthquake incidents that he experienced. But then we realized that it's made out of marble.
We've been seeing this a lot with the protests.
Yeah. As well as in Hong Kong, as well as
Yes,
in
of
Bangkok.
course. And the other objects?
Umbrella. Umbrella is very much related to the events in Hong Kong in 2017, where the yellow umbrellas and the acts of defiance and protest, and incidentally it relates to our umbrellas.
Sure.
So it's
Just a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago.
maybe in the future we will do yellow ducks, I don't know.
Wow. So this is resistance. Like we're in a room of,
Yes.
and that one there, also marble.
Yeah, also it calls revolt. So this piece has been, as the functionality of it is, it's like to separate, to not people out of bounds, but then it's also been used as kind of protection and weapon, against the people who were, being confronted.
So do you find that the multiple layers of meaning is very much what his work?
Yes, the subtle meanings and Ai Weiwei is a figure of enormous impact. What he does, people cannot, avoid the attention.
Right.
So we have to follow the message, and sometimes very subtle, sometimes very satirical, sometimes very confrontational.
Right.
So this is his brand. He's something that art has become other than.
Right.
Art is related to life, to resistance, not purely aesthetics. Whether he has political views that may or may not be agreeable to the viewers,
Right.
we can learn a lot from him. So now we are looking at the wearable art by Ai Weiwei, made of gold, 24 karat gold, and they're rings.
The pictures look like what we saw at the BACC.
Exactly. Inspired by the Egyptian hieroglyphs and the Greek gold decoration.
Right.
In the details, you can see the storytelling of the exodus, the diaspora, the migration that goes back for centuries. And I think by transforming the artworks into jewelry or wearable art, it becomes yet another meaning, where if you wear it, it becomes like a reminder, close to your heart, close to your mind. And I think it's very much related to Ai Weiwei himself, who has experienced a lot of these diasporic experiences and trauma.
They're really cool. I mean, I would wear them.
Yes. And it contrasts with the black and white
Yes.
wallpapers, in the
But you can
Odyssey.
see them. I mean, the boats, the people moving with
Yes.
their packs.
Yes.
Yeah, so I guess that's nice, right? A reminder.
Yes.
The human condition.
Yes. Compared with the Odyssey, the wallpapers, I think he has linked, the contemporary jewelry that goes back to the ancient times. And during those ancient times, I'm sure the Egyptians and the Greek actually created something beautiful as this and wore them as rings, earrings, or necklaces as well. But not so much the patterns of migration, but something else. So what do you see, Liu?
Marble toilet paper?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So the very, normal, regular things we see, everyday life objects, I will can convert into art, which is very pop. You know, the idea of pop and the idea of multiples. In this case, the toilet papers. And you ask, but they're also cylindrical abstract forms.
Right. But they were such precious commodity, no? Earlier this year, when the pandemic started. So is he referring to that?
Yes, very much. And this piece has been made this year, so it's very up to date, you know, to the point where non-meaning can be so meaningful when you actually need it.
So
Because of the scarcity of you know, simple things in our life, make us realize that the preciousness of life and death, and you know, caring, and you know, the way people often forget and neglect.
I feel like because it's marble, it freezes time a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like frozen moment and
Right.
reminder, but this is unusable. And we come to the last piece, the styrofoam takeaway, which is again so essential in life. But he also comments the use of this indisposable object, where in terms of recycling, it creates a lot of pollution.
This was made this year too.
I think a year before, yes.
Okay.
But it fits well, you know, the
Right.
way part of the utensils, part of the food container, which is so popular in Asia, the way we have our fast food, and the way everything's so fast, everything is so speedy, so competitive. But like you said, now it's frozen. You
Yeah.
have to.
But so, what's the word called? So friendly,
Yes,
with the
yes.
smiley face. But then, this is the environmental impact of all of this.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I would love one of those.
What, the chopsticks or the
Out of the packaging.
the pack? Okay, that was most enjoyable walk.
That was really fun. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Very relaxed, and the way the art pieces make us think, I think it's quite stimulating.
And also to see how versatile Ai Weiwei is
Yes,
as an
yes,
artist. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Until next time for BAB Walk. Thank you. Bye-bye.